some people ask the question, what's the American dream? And I'm a man of a certain age, and back in the day, they said American dream is, you get married, buy a home, have kids, and then you can leave the home to your kids. But when you're buying a home, everybody say, gotta get a 30-year mortgage, it's cheaper. You can afford the mortgage 30 years, paid off for 30 years. And that was the American dream. That was back in the day. But as we live in this time we living in now, you get a 30-year mortgage. You want it to be cheaper so you can afford it. Yeah, you can afford it, but can you really afford it? And when I bought, not the home I'm living in now, but the home that I was talking about in the other videos, if you've been following me, we bought the home and the mortgage was good because you say, what can you afford? And, fell into that trap. And then come to realize the American dream turned into American nightmare. How my mortgage led me into debt. And we lost the house. And that's what I want to talk to you about. When your American dream turns into a nightmare. And that's what we want to talk about today. I'm talking from my experience. I'm not talking about anybody else. When you don't have a plan and you don't follow your plan, you can end up in something or some place that you don't want to be. And that's what happened to me. I bought a house during, the 2007, where everything was popping off. It started popping off in 2003, and anybody can get a house. Anybody, if you got a breath in your body, you can get a house. We ain't worrying about your credit. We ain't worrying about how much money you make. If you just sign the documents, we got a way for you to get this property. Some people made money doing that. The realtors, those real estate agents, they made money. Those brokers, they made money. Everybody made money selling you property. People made money selling you, the mortgages. Everybody made money. And people bought homes. Some people bought homes that was real smart. They bought a 3-family home, 2-family home. I got one of my friends, we grew up together. He bought a 3-family brownstone in Brooklyn in 2000. He bought it in 2006. But he couldn't afford it. Even with the people that was living on top floor and the middle floor, he still couldn't afford it. And he had to go bankrupt. But he didn't sell the house, but he went bankrupt. Restructured everything, but he still have the house to this day. And when you're talking about me, my situation, I didn't have that plan. I said, I want to get a 1-family house with a backyard and grass, and I cut my grass and everything. We got the house. The mortgage was like $1,200 a month, and then don't worry about it. You want to pay the taxes by itself? Oh, you pay the taxes by itself. But then you want to fix the house up, right? You want to fix the house and make the house look nice. You want wood floors? Oh, that's an extra $15,000 to put wood floors in the whole house. Oh, you want to have this the vaulted ceilings? Oh, we could do that. You want to finish the basement? We could do that. Yeah, put everything in there. The house came up to over $400,000. And it was like, see, we can do it this way so you could qualify. We'll split everything in half, the money for the house, and then it's the HELOC. It's a HELOC loan that you can get and fix everything else up. House was $359, everything else was like $79,000. So it came up to like $400 something, $414. And the mortgage was $1,200, minus the taxes, minus that HELOC loan. So it was like, okay, we can get this house, we can get that, we can do that. So we did that, and first couple of months was okay. First 5 months was good, paying the taxes, because the taxes were like estimate. But then that first year, which is January, because we bought it like in August. January came, taxes came, boom, taxes like $11,000 a year. Mind you, this is 2007. $11,000 a year, so that's almost like $800, $900 a month on top of the mortgage I was already paying, on top of the second mortgage I had to pay. So we're talking about paying over $3,500 a month just in the mortgage. At the time, my take-home pay for the month wasn't $4,000 a month. So put everything into perspective. If I don't bring home $4,000 a month after taxes and everything, and my mortgage is almost what I bring home a month, where's everything else is going to come from? Where's the gas for the car? Where is all this other expenses going to come from if I'm only making $4,000 and my mortgage is almost $4,000? Because I didn't plan everything out. I didn't map everything out. I was just going by what they was telling me I can do. I didn't do my due diligence. That's what I want to say to you. Do your due diligence, because your American dream could turn into your American nightmare. And when that hit, that's a bad feeling when you don't have enough to pay your bills. You don't have enough to pay your mortgage. I've been there. You sit back, I'm going to pay the mortgage, or I'm going to get food for the family. I'm going to pay the taxes, and I'm going to put gas in the car so I go to work, make some money to pay the mortgage. But I can't pay the mortgage because I still got to buy clothes for my family. I still got to, buy food for the house. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You in that situation. You got your American dream. You got your house. You got 2 cars. And now, mind you, I'm living an hour and 15 minutes away from New York City, where I work from. So I got to drive an hour there and an hour back. Now, with traffic, it's going to be almost 2 hours because, FDR Drive. You working the FDR Drive. you driving down the FDR Drive. It's going to take you an hour just to get from George Washington Bridge to Brooklyn Bridge. So all this stuff is happening. The American dream turned to American nightmare. Couldn't afford my mortgage. Trying to make ends meet. Taking from Peter to pay Paul, and Mary saying, where's my half? I'm saying that to say this. This is not a rambling video. I'm just giving you a context and the foundation of when the American dream turns into the American nightmare, and your mortgage turns into something called debt. The mortgage definition is paying until you die. Paying until you die. 30 years, and you can't afford it. They make it look so good on paper, but they don't tell you how much your taxes. Oh, this is the estimated tax, and you find out the taxes is almost as much as a mortgage. My mortgage was $1,200. Taxes $800 or $900 a month. And up there in New York, where I was living at, they want you to pay all in one shot. They don't have it, or you can pay it in quarters or pay it, every 2 months. Two payments. They want it in one shot. And at that time, I told you, I was bringing home $4,000 a month, and my mortgage was almost $4,000 a month. So this is what I want you to do. When you thinking about the American dream, make it your American dream. Or just make it your dream. You want a house? Make sure you can afford that house. You want a brownstone? Make sure you can afford that brownstone. Whatever you do, do your due diligence. How much is this going to cost me? Not only in financial aspect, just in your sanity. Don't mortgage your life for something that can take your life. When I went through that situation, I had to go through bankruptcy because I couldn't afford it. I had to figure out how I'm going to, go to work, pay for the gas to go to work, pay for the tolls to go to work. At the time, the toll was $17 from the George Washington Bridge. Every day, crossing the bridge, filling up the gas tank. I used to fill up the gas tank twice a week. It's not worth it. The American dream turned into the American nightmare. How your mortgage can get you in debt and keep you on that treadmill with those hamsters, treadmill of life. You're thinking you're moving, but you're not moving. You're standing still. So I just wanted to talk about that because You know, I talked about that for a long time. The American dream turned to the American nightmare. If you have a plan, work that plan. Don't follow the crowd. Don't worry about, oh, I can get this and do that, and you don't have enough to pay for it, but you still got to scrape and struggle trying to make ends meet when the ends don't meet. Don't worry about it. Just keep on moving, keep on striving, and create your dream, because your dream is specifically for you. That's all I had to say today. But that was on my mind. Somebody asked me, well, you know, how did that situation turn out? I told you I went bankrupt. He went in foreclosure and I went bankrupt because I couldn't deal with it. I was getting stressed out. I was, you know, losing my hair. Hey, this is not from shaving. Sometimes it's not from shaving. It's not from shaving. Yeah, I was losing my hair. I was getting gray. This little gray hair right here, I think it's over here. Yeah, the gray hair over here, that came from that. Nah, I'm only kidding. But anyway, this video is kind of long. It sounded like I was rambling, but I was trying to make a point. You're thinking about an American dream. Think about your dream. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to have? You want to have a house? You want to buy a house? Can you afford that house? You can't afford the house, get you an apartment. Build upon that. Because this is my story of my life. Because this is my time, this is my experience, this is my life. So until next video, God bless.